So today we're gonna be talking about how you can survive scary movies. So let's get on it. And if you haven't watched my other video, that is by watching scary TikToks, please make sure to watch it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get going. Also, I'm gonna make a thing, which is a question of the day, and you put it in the comment section. So the question of the day is, what is your favorite candy? Mine, I would say, my favorite sour candy is probably Sam Licker. But now, let's get started with the video. So, yeah. So first one is Scream. It's actually not that hard. I mean, look. First of all, they literally answered the calls. Like, guys, don't know how to answer the calls. Like, look. Look.
¿Dónde lo veo yo? ¿En el chat o aquí en el número? Él me estuvo diciendo cómo le paso a mí.
You should not answer the calls. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. The second thing I'm going to tell you is, if you're home alone, definitely do not answer the calls. The third thing I'm going to tell you is, don't try to shoot it or like throw a knife at it. Because, I mean, you could throw a knife, but of course it would catch it. And he literally has a costume that's bulletproof. Like, Ghostface's costume is bulletproof. You heard me, bulletproof. So literally that would be dumb, because it will never work. Like, just shoot him. No, it's bulletproof. Okay. And another thing is that you're gonna have to be smart to survive it. You're gonna be strong. You're gonna pull it back. And another one is that if you're like, where are you? Like, hello? Like, you gotta play games? Sure. Like, no. You're dumb. Okay? Like, one thing you could do that will kill Ghostface is easy. If he's trying to do something to you, you could easily, like, throw something at him so he can fall. And while he's falling, you could, like, just take off his mask, like, quickly. Maybe it wouldn't work, but you would just try to, like, stab him while he falls. And if that doesn't work, maybe try to take off his mask and like boom, stab. And maybe shoot him in the head once you take off his mask. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. Another thing I'm going to tell you is how to survive Annabelle. It's not that hard. And like, oh my gosh, guys, he's gonna come back to life. Like it's not that hard. It's not that hard. All you have to do, you know what you have to do for Annabelle? It's easy. Like, easy. Like Annabelle's like, hello. I'm gonna be like, in the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to go away. And she's gonna be like, no, boom. Like, easy. Second of all, third of all, is Chucky. Easy. Just easy. Don't buy a doll from a random person. Like, what do you think is gonna happen if you buy a doll from a random person. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, oh, here, buy my doll. Of course. Oh my gosh, how dare you? It's haunted. Of course, you literally bought it from a random person on the dark web. What do you expect? One thing, that's just them. And one thing you could do is easy. Another thing, again, I command you in Jesus Christ, go away. Boom, he'll go away. Easy. Now, this one's kind of hard, but I'm gonna do it. Fred Krueger. This one's hard. But, like, this one's actually hard because, like, you can't just not sleep. But one thing you can do is all you have to do. Okay. You can see it's scary because, like, when you sleep, he'll kill you, and you cannot sleep, of course. So that's one thing you can do. I feel like the only thing that you could do is to just freeze yourself. Because, like, if you freeze yourself, you cannot sleep. That's the only advice I have. But any other advice, yeah, you're probably dead. Another thing is he cannot probably, like, I don't think he can die. He's a demon. But another thing you could do, in Jesus' name, I command you to go away, and then boom. Like, no! Hey. This is easy. The Conjuring. The Conjuring. What are you doing this? It's so scary. Easy. Don't buy a place in the literal middle of nowhere. Like, why are you playing with an Ouija board? What do you think's gonna happen? Don't buy a place in the middle of nowhere. Like, oh, you know, I'm gonna buy a place in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the forest. See what's gonna happen. Boom. I'm here because you played with an Ouija board. I'm so sorry, but and then just I command you go away. Boom, go away. Like, that's honestly easy. Okay, now let's see. That's all the advice I have. I don't really see. So now let's see for TikTok if they have any advice, because I have no advice. How to... Wait, I just spelled it wrong. Sorry. That's all the advice I have for scary movies. So now we're going to see if TikTok has any. How to survive scary movie.
Here are three real ways to survive the tethered. If you're not aware, the tethered are a species of violent clones and the main antagonists from the movie Us, designed by the US government to bear a perfect resemblance to each of their citizens. The first rule you'll need to follow to have a chance at surviving one of these entities is to trust absolutely no one.
Yeah, like, yo, if you're in a horror movie, please do not trust no one. That's another thing.
The tethered differ from us in their personalities and actions, but as far as their physical appearance goes, they are a perfect copy of everyone you know and love. So be careful. Even when you think you are in safe company, there could always be an imposter in your midst. Secondly, if you do encounter your doppelganger, you'll need to go against your human nature and show it no mercy. The tethered are resentful of the human race and will stop at nothing until they have replaced us one by one. So if you're going to survive, you'll need to show no mercy to people who bear a striking resemblance to those you love. Finally, if all else fails, you'll need to consider relocating, especially if you live within the United States. The Tethered was a program funded and operated by the US government, which means
just follow these rules to learn how to definitely, probably, survive a Scream movie.
Yeah, it's kind of easy.
As for stay with a group of friends at all times. When you're alone, you make for an easy target. C.
Yeah, like, just like, please, what I'm saying is, if you're alone, do not answer the phone. Be with someone.
Is for cease all communication with your current partner. Let's be honest, they're usually the killer.
Never trust the love interest. They seem sweet, caring,
Yeah, just like trust no one. Easy.
supportive, and then welcome to Act 3 where they're trying to rip your head off.
R is for Randy Meeks Martin, Mindy's uncle, who knew best. How do you think she's gotten this far? When in doubt, ask yourself, what would a Meeks do? And for the love of God, don't say I'll be right back.
Never, ever, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back.
I'm getting another beer. You want one?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
E is for avoid the E train in New York. And the A, the C, the F, the L, also the 1, the 2, the 6. Actually, why don't you just take a cab? Okay, and tip them really well. A is for always remember to look behind you. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience.
You know what? There he is.
Come on, man, turn around.
Turn
around, dude.
Jamie, I told you. I told you. He's around the corner. Jamie, look behind you.
Oh, Randy, look behind you. M is for movie knowledge. And what better way to continue your cinematic education than by checking out Scream 6?
You want me. So let's finish this.
Really, guys, trust no one.
How to survive a horror movie at the theater.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Here are 3 real ways to survive encountering the Pale Lady. According to legend, the Pale Lady is a malicious spirit, known for her snow-white skin and grotesque, gelatinous body. The first thing you'll need to do, in order to avoid having a run-in with this entity, is to simply follow the instructions that she gives you in your dreams. The Pale Lady has been known to visit her victims in their dreams in order to warn them of their impending doom. If you pay attention to that warning and follow the instructions that she gives you, you can easily secure your own safety. Secondly, if you come across a location in real life that resembles the place where the Pale Lady visited you in your dreams, run. If you don't run or don't recognize the location quickly enough, she will come for you. And finally, if you do encounter her, don't try to fight or reason with the Pale Lady. Weapons pass right through her, and words do not affect her, so your best bet is to try and flee. Tag a friend if you're watching this alone, and
Gen Z Guide to Surviving Horror Movies. Episode 4, Child's Play. Do people just forget that he's a whole doll that probably weighs around 2.5 pounds?
How to survive a scary movie. How to survive a scary movie.
Here are 3 real ways to survive encountering Pennywise, the dancing clown. Pennywise, also known as It, is a horrific...
Easy. Don't go in the sewers, kids.
It seems there are no witnesses available at this time.
There are no suspects in custody.
How to survive in a scary movie.
There are certain rules.
Here are 3 real ways to survive the neighborhood from Bavarium. In the film Bavarium,
I haven't seen this one.
There are certain rules.
Here are 3 real ways you can survive being attacked by Michael Myers. According to the Halloween film franchise, Michael Myers is a psychopathic serial killer with abilities that many would consider to be superhuman. The first rule you'll want to follow, if you don't want to have a run-in with Michael Myers, is to avoid leaving your residency during Halloween.
Just don't go trick-or-treating. Easy.
Michael has an almost spiritual connection to this holiday, and it's when he commits the vast majority of his crimes. So if you want to survive, consider skipping town for the month of October. Secondly, if you're unlucky enough to come face to face with Michael, you'll need to get creative with your self-defense methods. He's survived everything from fire to lead projectiles, so taking him down is going to be a near impossible task. Finally, if all else fails, you might want to consider relocating. Michael's main targets are his family members, so if you skip town and that's not you, he probably won't follow. Tag a friend if you're watching this at night, and follow for more. Here are three real ways to survive encountering a Death Angel. For those of you who aren't aware, the Death Angels are a species of terrifying alien entities, which are completely blind, but possess superhuman speed and sound detection, making them incredibly dangerous. The first rule you'll need to follow to have a chance at surviving one of these creatures is to avoid all human interaction whenever possible. Socialization is important, but it requires making a certain amount of sound, and in this case, that's not something you can risk.
Also, another thing that is super lucky, like, you'd be super lucky to just be like the, let me mute, because then you can't make any sound.
Secondly, if you're going to survive, you'll need to start taking steps to ensure your environment is soundproof. For example, wear slippers instead of shoes when you go out. They're quieter and less likely to be detected by a Death Angel. Finally, if all else fails, find the nearest body of water to you and submerge yourself completely. The Death Angel's inability to swim is one of its only weaknesses, so if you can reach the water before it reaches you, you're saved. Tag a friend if you enjoyed this video and follow for more. Here are three real ways you can survive.
Okay guys, that's all for today's video. Goodbye.